Okay, hello everybody. Rachel and Josh here. We're going to talk
Hello.
about what happened this past weekend in gaming. So it's February 10th already. So things that happened. Well, locally we had, actually, yes, not just locally,
Locally.
Magic Pre-Release weekend. Locally we had snowstorms,
Yeah.
which is pretty common for the winter Magic Pre-Release.
Yeah. February is always a toss-up for
Yeah,
pre-releases.
February is blizzard season up here. So, but we had a good turnout at that. But that means that there's no real
Yeah,
big
we had like
magic.
44-ish on Friday, which is good for
Yeah,
a pre-release weekend in oh gosh, 46 for a pre-release in February. So no
yeah.
complaints.
Nope. So,
But good.
yeah. But the Magic pre-release means that there's no magic events to talk about. So, we're skipping magic and we're gonna go right to Warhammer.
I said I wanted to talk about magic stuff that's coming up that I was excited about.
Oh, all right. Then we'll go back to war and to magic. Magic the Gathering. What's going on?
Yeah, so this weekend there's RCQ in town. I might go play that because I'm getting prepped up for Utrecht. I'm debating playing Blue Black Mill, a very different take on it because the format is full of Breach decks and Eldrazi, and I think that Mill and Surgical Extraction main decks is real good against Breach, so that'll be fun. I might try that out this weekend.
Is this the deck that I cringed at the name of it?
Yeah, Shadow Realm. You activated my trap card. Yeah, no, she was real happy about that
No,
one.
I wasn't. We're both nerds, and that was too much for me.
Oh, baby. But I
So,
love you.
yeah, so he's going to Utrecht, which I'm kind of jealous about. The Netherlands is
Yeah,
sounds great to
should be fun.
me.
We're taking Tim with me.
Yeah, Tim's going with Josh. They're going
Kraken
together.
on YouTube.
Kraken like the monster, not like opening
Yeah,
things.
these guys don't look like. I'm kind of jealous. This guy doesn't look like Sharpie arts
Actually,
guy
it made
like
me
that.
want to make a
Like,
Sharpie art guy for us.
I don't know what's on brand, but I kind of
It's
want
not
one.
on brand, but the spray paint
Yeah,
would be
yeah.
on
I mean,
brand
we
with
could do
us.
graffiti one.
We could
That'd
do
be kind of
graffiti
cute.
one.
But,
Anyways,
but yeah, so I'm excited for that. We're getting ready for Utrecht, and I practice, get some games in. I've reinstalled MTGO. God, I hate that program.
oh my goodness,
God, I hate that
I've
program. It's
never
so
I've
bad.
never heard you groan and yell and scream and be winning at the same time.
I think that the thing that frustrates me the most is like playing it and going, I wouldn't miss these triggers or make these
If it
choices
was
in
in
real in
person.
person,
Yeah.
and just trying to use their UI. And again, I will phrase this as I am old. I have been playing Magic Online since the beta where they gave you invasion cards to practice with. That is how long I've been on this stupid program. It has never been good. Please bring modern to arena. I really hate this, but that's a digression.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's Magic coming up. I'm excited to give it a try. It's a dumb deck. Hopefully, I can find all the cards in time because I'm kind of doing it last minute. But this should be a good time.
Well, we own a game store. Hopefully, if
We own a
anyone
game
can
store. The
find it, it'll
challenge is
be
I've
you.
sold 4 other people on this deck, and like
Oh,
I don't have the cards for me.
you gotta stop selling people on the
But
decks that
the
you like.
cards are cool.
You gotta stop selling people on the decks that you
Cards are
like.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's Magic. I'm excited for the weekend. We can talk about Warhammer now, which is an actual thing that happened.
Skipping to my Warhammer title screen. Warhammer.
Warhammer.
All right. So what happened this weekend in Warhammer? Which screen do I bring up first for
We
people?
can start with Beachhead Brawl because Beachhead
Alright.
Brawl was one that I debated going to.
Let's go
Beachhead
to
Brawl was over in the UK.
Beachhead Brawl.
Yeah, it was a 200-person event. It's an interesting event because when you read the event description, it talks about that it's designed to be it's a competitive experience event, but it's also meant to be fun. So they gave you the option to like play as many rounds as you want. That you could drop out early, come back, like kind of wander
Oh, that
around.
is pretty
Because it's
casual.
all tied in with like a big like tournament or a big like wargaming show thing. So super cool. Seemed like a lot of fun. I would debate it going, but it was pre-release weekend, so I
Yeah,
stayed home.
pre-release weekends enough.
But yeah, it was 202 players. So with this one, I assume, so I assume given the size of it that there's, I just want to go to placings. With the size of it, that there's going to be a lot of folks playing there. And at 200 players, you had a couple undefeated lists. I'm going to choose to talk about the Chaos Demons list because I thought the list looked super fun.
That's third place.
Yeah, third place. So if you click on it, hit view list, it should pop up. I think these lists are fun. Also, there he goes. Matt Damon is his list name.
Oh my goodness, I like that. Yeah. So
I thought that was worth mentioning it for no other reason.
the fun thing about Warhammer lists is that they come up with their own names. They put them in there, and you can go through some names and find some really creative ones. There are emojis, not in the list name, but there are emojis in the name of the player up there, and I approve.
I'd like that. Yeah,
Emojis are.
I think that I think we need to normalize in other games like adding cute names to their thing or like in jokes like
I have cute
Warhammer.
names to mine.
So good.
Yeah,
So good.
if I was able to name my deck for the weekend.
Oh, there's actually one one for the Lorcana list we'll talk about in a minute.
Okay.
But they have their own names for them. Some of
I
them are
like
great.
it. All
But
right.
yeah, so this is your typical monster mash list. It's playing Bellicor, a Great and Clean one, a Shalaxi Hexbane, kind of all your big things. Scarbrand, I am a big fan of my
Oh,
boy
I like
Scarbrand.
Scarbrand.
Plague Bears, and then it's running sort of like what you've seen a lot of lists for like the
The
flexibility is like 3
Fiends
units of Fiends.
and Screamers.
Also 3 units of Screamers to screen out, do objectives. They're just a nice sort of chaffy unit. 85 points is not awful. And they fly and do all these kind of wild stuff.
Nice.
But yeah, it looks like a fun list. I think I have enough pieces. I think I'll probably try to put this together. I have a Shellax and a Great Unclean one that I've been meaning to build anyway.
Nice.
So I may build this up for a loner deck or a loner army for like Tuesday-ish if I've got the time.
All right. So if
Can I
you
build a Great Unclean one and a Shellaxi in like a
if you
day?
have seen this in oops.
Yeah.
If you have
Wow.
ignore my phone, yeah.
Professionalism
If you
over
have
here.
seen this in the time between now and tomorrow at 6 o'clock and want to borrow this, then
I'll do
this
my
this
best to have it ready.
he'll have this he'll do his best to have this ready. It might be gray plastic, but
Oh,
that's how we do
definitely
things.
great
That's how we
plastic.
do things.
They don't get painted till they earn their stripes.
Yeah, no.
Got to do something.
I
for
really
it
do
before
want
they
to
paint
do a video series of that of you playing Warhammer of just gray plastic and
Yeah.
nobody gets painted
Yeah, nobody gets painted till they do
until
something.
they've earned it. Yeah.
Nobody gets painted until they've like pulled their weight.
Yeah.
Paint jobs are for winners.
Yeah.
Cool. So that was the big one. 202 players. There's also another one, Beachhead Brawl. That was the big one we just talked about. But there's also Tour Zone in Warhammer Warzone Atlanta.
That one. Okay.
This one was a golden ticket invite event. So basically, the winner of this got to go.
The Chocolate Factory.
What's that?
Golden tickets, Chocolate Factory.
Oh,
I'm thinking about chocolate.
Oh wow, you are like so old.
Oh my goodness! Don't say that about me. I thought you loved me.
I do love you, but that's Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. No one can hide from that.
They redid it.
Yeah, yeah. You can
stop it. All right, go on. Warhammer.
Want to find out how long the Johnny Depp?
No, I don't. Go ahead.
Cool.
Warhammer.
Cool. So if you want to go to, so this was just an entered event. So they had 2 tickets. One was for best finisher and best general, which is kind of like a mixture of hobby and play. John Lennon won this one with Space Marines playing. Yeah. So if you click on it and pull up the list, so he is playing basically an Ultramarines-ish chapter. He's playing Robert Guilliman. He's playing Calgar. 3 Ballistus Dreadnoughts, what we've seen in a lot of lists lately. Also, Company Heroes is an interesting inclusion, and it went well. Again, this is just one of those ones where, like, bunch of Scout Squad, Storm Speeders. I think it's a Storm Town at the bottom. Storm Raven at the bottom. But no, looks like a fun sort of typical-ish Marines list. He did well with it. He always does, so it's not really a surprise.
I assume that's the name you recognize.
Yeah, he's one of the few guys. I will give him demerit points for not naming his something cool.
There's no emojis. There's no sarcasm.
Blue Scars is definitely,
Yeah.
Definitely a name.
Come on, give me sarcasm. Give me emojis. I want to know what I'm looking at.
Yeah, I want more called shots because he's really in the position to be able to like do a call shot where he just makes a stupid name and goes like, "Hammer's gonna have to talk about this." Like,
yeah,
I don't see why not.
Stupid names. Come on.
Stupid names.
All right.
And then the other one was the Grand Torn. I know it's French. I'm bad at French. I apologize for anyone of our French viewers. I'm just awful at your language, and I apologize.
And it's our second language.
What's that?
And it's our second language.
It's one of my mom's first languages, so like, yeah, it's just a thing. But that's it being said. This was in Quebec. Another one I sort of thought about going to was it looked like it was fun. Yeah. It was. I think this was a qualifier for a golden ticket. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe it was. Maybe I'm thinking the other one for the Beachhead one.
All right, placings.
Yeah. But yeah, they had a Tyrannus list, which was just sort of using some of the new hotness. Astra Militarum was also there as well. My boy, I don't have my So one of the interesting things about this is that. For this one, they use differential scoring. So you'll notice that it says, sort of like the numbers that you see there. So that's not the points they scored in games, but kind of like the differential between how much they outscored their opponent.
Oh, how much they won by. Oh, interesting.
Well, not necessarily how much they won by, but like there's sort of like a metric of like how it works for the like if it's a blowout, you get a 20. If it's like if it's like close, you get like closer to that sort of like 11, range, 11, 12 range.
Okay.
Which I think. It's an interesting way to do it. It's meant to like prevent like point sharking so that you're not like, oh cool, like I'm gonna drop a point or two on this one to get the match if I want going to the next round because I know my opponent finished and I know kind of like what he's looking at.
Interesting.
But no, it looks like it was a fun time. I need to go out to one of these. Every time I look at these lists makes me want to play. But yeah, so like with the Tyrannus list.
Build them first.
What's that?
Build them first.
I don't gotta build nothing. Let's talk about the Tyrannus one. I'm kind of curious to see what he's running. All right. So
Can this beat John? All right. Point on the fact that you actually put Points on that. Like,
Also, one of the other things I'll notice is that I'll note that there's YouTube links to some stuff. They're
is that the
actual.
title?
So that's not the title.
Okay.
That's a link to a video that's usually an in joke of some variety. I think this is a cult. Like, can this be John? I think it's a cult shot to what's the other guy's who came finish second? What was his name? Yeah.
John,
Okay.
yeah.
Cool. So the guy who finished second at this event.
Oh, so I guess we got our answer.
And this, for context, the screen grab that's there, that like little YouTube short, is a YouTube short of like a 3 minute long video of Tyranids fighting guard.
Oh.
I guess they never got to find out because it looks like they got paired into each other.
Yeah.
Which is kind of hilarious. I do
That's
like
fun.
that. But yeah, he's running
That's
sort of
fun.
like your typical stuff: Brood Lords, Death Leapers, Winged Hive Tyrants. Oh, geez, a lot of Winged Hive Tyrants.
Yeah. Dream
Gargoyles,
Stealers,
Hormigons, Gene
Fire
Stealers,
Wars.
Biollars, Lictors. Yeah, he's just playing
Yeah.
like the swarmy list to just try to kill some stuff. But
Yeah.
no, looks fun.
Fun.
Awesome.
Fun.
All right, so what's next on the docket?
Next is Pokemon. So
Yeah, so Pokemon's is a neat one. So Pokemon right now there's no event this weekend, or there's no event this past weekend, but there's a special event slash regionals in Puerto Rico, which will be the new format stuff with Prismatic Evolution. We'll see how much of a problem Badoo is. Badoo's came out of the new set, and people seem really excited. Hey, Ollie.
Does Ollie want to be on
No,
camera?
I don't think she can be seen on camera.
You can see her tail.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, baby girl. I know we're doing stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Badoo is one of those cards that people have been talking about a lot. It'll be interesting to see how it performs. I've been seeing it a lot on the ladder, but no, I'm excited to see what comes out of it. I don't think it impacts the deck that I want to take to Vancouver all that much, but it'd be nice to sort of see how she works out.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Sweet.
that's Pokemon coming up.
Pokemon, and the last one that we're going to be talking about here
Lorcana.
is Lorcana. So, Lorcana, we just finished our last weekend for set championships. I got to build a deck. I didn't do well with it. I didn't get much practice with it. But I got to build a deck just to kind of make my play group cringe a little bit. And I got the reaction that I was looking for. I pulled apart Josh's Stitch deck to build my own Stitch deck. And I didn't tell anyone what I was playing. I played Diggy Diggy Hole for the past, I don't know, like 2 months.
Yeah.
And I sat down at the table. Wasn't playing one of the guys I was hoping to play. But I said, first turn, ink this, play Stitch. And they both turned around and said, excuse me. And I don't care that I didn't do well. It was exactly what I wanted. So
no, you won by showing.
I won by yeah. They are happy that I took your Stitch deck apart for it. I think they're going to be sad when you take the cards back tonight.
No, I'm getting my cards back.
So, anyways, all right. So and I mean that's the only real thing with with not Warhammer. I'm looking at the name Warhammer. Lorcana around here. So I guess let's talk about what happened this weekend. There was a larger tournament.
Yeah, so this was in Florida. It was 137 players.
Let me switch that screen. There we go. So Southside Gaming Lucky 10K. 100 and what'd you say? 137 players.
Good size turnout. So it looks like they had at least 8 rounds and then cut to a top 3. Or
cut to a top 8 there, yeah. Top 3 rounds.
11 rounds, yeah. So 8 rounds cut to a top 8.
Yeah, so looks like we had Steel Song come in first, followed by Popsicle. I like seeing Steel Song.
And it's traditional Steel Song, which is
nice to see.
It's like
we had an aggro deck and then another Steel Song. So the top 4, 2 Steel Songs. I'm a big fan. So shall we go into them?
Yeah, sure.
All right. So list number 1. So this was the first place one, Freddie Rivera. So pretty traditional one from what it looks like. You get your Cindy's, you have your Daisies, your full Robin line there. No big Cindy, which is sad for me, but it looks like go wide with singers and then sing your 4 songs.
It's a remarkably consistent curve, right? If you look at it, it's like
4 of not 4 of everything. There's 3 of those ones, but 4 of almost everything in this deck.
Yeah, it's 16 songs, bunch of ways to sing them. Just in a really efficient list that's also looking to play the whole new world to wheel for advantage and then just drop a bunch of 1 and 2 drop questions are gonna be hard to deal with. So I like it. It's nice to see it go back to more traditional style. It's nice to see that it can still play. Shift Up Robin Hood isn't something we've seen in a while, so that's nice to see.
I saw it twice this weekend, but maybe
you're playing against Blue Steel.
I was playing against Blue Steel, so yeah.
That's the only way.
That's fair. Yeah, for the Shift Up Robin Hood is nice. Personally, for me, the potential 4 Enchanteds that we have here is really what I'm after. So,
well,
being able to play a deck with, Yeah, 16 enchanteds. Oh, that's over a quarter of the deck. That's awesome.
Yeah, but I think the 4 peats to be able to resolve it after a whole new world, feels good.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I think this list feels very, very, oddly enough, it feels very consistent with what we've seen before. So
Yeah,
no, I
this
like
looks
it.
like it's going back to previous sets.
Yeah, what did it play against in the finals?
It played against a fun name here, 10 Win or Lose. Let's see, by John Williams.
Yeah.
I like the name of the list. Is this the fun name that you're talking about? Or
No, there's
fun
one.
All right.
He's in the top 8. We'll get to him.
Okay. All right. So, I mean, Felicia, I haven't seen Felicia, but like the rest of the list looks pretty what I guess McDuck Manners. I haven't
Yeah,
seen a lot
it's
of that
interesting to
outside of
see
Blue
McDuck
Steel.
Manor coming back again.
Yeah.
Like I guess they're worried. I guess they're just going to be prepared. A
And
bit more.
then, yeah.
Oh.
I hate a Pirate's Life. Oh my goodness, I hate a Pirate's Life.
I mean, that's because you play aggro list.
Yeah,
If you play
I
control,
hate a
the card's
Pirate's Life.
phenomenal.
Oh, it's but yeah. So Three Sisus tells you they're kind of ready for the aggro list. The Maui Shark is a nice kind of be able to finish and get your stuff back, so you hopefully don't have to be prepared. I mean, that makes it say like your 1-ofs or your 2-ofs let you actually get stuff back.
Yeah, this one feels like it's a little heavier on the inkables than some of the lists we've seen before for this, but like I do.
There's enough stats on that.
12
12
inkables. Okay, so maybe not
Actually, that's not that bad.
I think I've been used to seeing like the action-based Maui half shark decks where they're just playing almost all inkables in one way, shape, or form, with a few exceptions. But I do like that they're only running the 1 Sisu. I think that the 4 of Grandma, because you're going, oh, he's only doing 2 Tippo.
Looks like it, yeah.
2 Tippo for sale. So, all right,
yeah.
so.
And 1 little Sisu.
Yeah, 3 how far it goes. No, I don't. I don't know if I love 3 Vitalis Spheres, but he did well with it. So
yeah.
1 Let It Go is kind of cute. I like having like the singleton options for this sort of stuff.
And the singleton options with the Maui Shark lets you actually be able to play it more than once, which is nice.
Yeah, I think that maybe that's why he's going less on the Tippos. He doesn't want to have to like ink away things that he's going to want to use later. So like the hideaways and stuff like that. It feels a little more
at least with Tippo, you can see what you're inking as opposed to.
No, that's fair.
Yeah, so we'll probably put together the first place and the second place list and play against each other on Wednesday on stream if you're interested, and we'll have them in store to play.
No, that's fair.
Go to 4?
Sure.
Or go to 3, I guess. So this is an aggro list. It's got Calhoun. I love Calhoun.
Yeah, it's like your pretty typical, like, amethyst, list, right? You're playing your package.
Bounce your things in the library, and a couple of answers in the form of Strength of the Raging Fire, and then along came Zeus.
Yeah. Steal for spot removal. Pete to slow down, be prepared. And
or singers.
Or singers.
It does like stop singers.
Yeah, sure does.
Yeah, it doesn't feel good when
well,
Pete gets hit.
No, I don't. Played and have PP bounce the snake and just like.
No, I don't.
Just hate your life.
No, I think this is the list that I was excited about because you mentioned that. There she is, Big Sandy. Oh, look at all the potential enchantments. My goodness.
Yeah, no, this list.
All right, this list feels like me. I don't even get just like, the enchantments.
This list is definitely being a little on the greedy side as far as I'm concerned, but it looks like it's fun. It's neat to see the world's greatest criminal mastermind back in because we haven't seen that card in a while.
20 potential enchantments.
Come close. Actually, I wonder if you know.
That's my priority.
20. No, it's more than that.
Is it?
Yeah, because like the is enchanted as well too, right?
Okay, yeah.
So you got 4, 6, 10, 14, 15, 16,
17, 18.
Yeah.
Where was I missing one?
Oh, no.
Huh.
Sorry.
Okay. Either way, this looks like a little bit more so like John Silver. I've seen him in a couple lists. Haven't seen him in a huge amount.
He's cool. I like him.
When you play this character, chosen character can't challenge during the next turn. I mean, that's a nice potential.
It's real good with Calhoun's in play.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That would be good.
You go turn 2 Piglet. They go turn 2 Calhoun. You go turn 3 John. Say, hey, can't challenge my dude.
Yeah.
And you just quest for 4.
That would be good with Calhoun. I do like that.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
I do like that. The world's greatest criminal mind. I mean, there is a lot of big stuff deck with red out there, which is
I think it's meant to just go Maui half shark. If I had to guess, that's probably
that would be nice skill. Yeah, I've always liked the idea of Ariel in a singer's deck, but yeah, this has got a lot of 1-ofs and 2-ofs, which is no. I mean, I might want to give it a shot, not just because the enchant account.
Between the two that we've seen, I like the consistency of the other list. I think this one's trying to do a lot, and I think this one is one of those ones where like I would worry about having hands where she drew like the wrong half of the deck.
No,
I
that's fair.
like the consistency of the other list. I think this list is good too. Like, but it's like I think when it hits its silver bullets, it can like shift up into Ariel, Sonic Singer, and Cindy's to fight. Like,
Yeah.
I just don't know if I love those as lines
No,
of play as
that's
much.
fair. But looks like a fun deck.
Also, you've had a love-hate relationship with Prince Naveen, so
Now, I've had a love-hate relationship with Ariel. Prince Naveen's been fine.
yeah.
All right. So
This is the one
what's the list that you want to talk about here?
Baltimore Ravens.
I don't understand.
Because it's playing. It's like the Steely one.
Ow.
It's playing Diablo with the Raven.
Diablos. Oh, okay. All right, that is cute. Yeah.
I thought it was cute.
That's cute. Okay, steel bolt. Okay, you see the
Yeah.
Canadian me doesn't understand the steel. Okay,
That's fair.
no, that's fair. All right, well, that's cute.
But yeah, no, it's a neat list. It's a discard list. I
Discard.
I mean,
Can't be neat list.
it's a fun list. It's
Actually,
cute.
it looks like it's a songy list, so I don't mind that.
Well, it's like playing around the muses, which I like in our
No,
stuff.
okay, I don't mind the look of this list. This list looks a little bit less cruel than the typical discard list.
It's playing 4 Ursulas and 4 Diablos and 3 Prince Johns.
No, you're
not
right.
gonna
That
like
does look
this
cool.
list.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Like, you're not
I
gonna like this
retract
list
my
at all.
last statement. The green steel is the worst.
Yeah.
I am, however, going to build a green steel list for casual that's going to be nothing like what people expect. It's just going to be Prince Philip. Prince Philip and
Sure.
Tinkerbell. It's going to be bad.
Yeah. The word
It's going to
bad.
be bad. I'm so excited.
That's nice to have fun with it.
Yeah, I'm excited. It's going to be damage everything and swinging with Robin Hood and Prince Philip.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'll do casual talk later.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that was Lorcana for the week. I think that was like the main big event. There's some other kind of cool stuff going on. But yeah, no, that was it. As far as coming up, they've made some announcements for Lorcana, which is exciting.
They're going to be making more today, so
supposedly maybe this is already out by then, but you know more than we do. But
yeah, you might I will be looking at that, excited about that. So we'll see what and at the very least, hopefully they spoil some nice puppy cards for the next set. I don't care about competitive right now. Give me my puppies.
They have announced that they're retooling. Looks like they're scheduling stuff for the challenges. Nothing official, but between reading what they wrote, it seems very clear that they think they need to do a bit more, which is exciting. Why do
I'm just messing around with things. That's good. Don't ground at me. That's better lighting. Okay.
Yeah, well, if you're gonna mess with it, you should mess with it at the start.
Should have been. Oh well.
Yeah, well, I'm not redoing this one, so
yeah,
you stuck with it.
So hopefully next week we have a little bit more to talk about Lorcana stuff coming up.
Well, at least we'll be able to talk about Magic stuff because I'll have gone to the RCQ and see how that goes. We'll see if that goes well. See if we can find cards.
So that's the gist, I think, eh?
Yeah, I think we covered everything. We talked about Warhammers, Pokemons, Lorcaners, not a whole lot this week, but I'm excited to see what happens next week.
If you happen to see this, like I said, this week, Loner Army, Josh has promised, you heard it, and we'll have some of the loner stuff for Lorcana together. And you are working today, so I don't know how you're going to fix that.
I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Anyways, thanks for watching.
Thanks.